The bullet heaven genre has been absolutely flooded with imitators since Vampire Survivors took the gaming world by storm. Most feel like hollow copies chasing trends. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor breaks that mold completely. This isn't just another auto shooter riding coattails. It's a legitimate evolution that might just steal the crown from the reigning king of bullet hell games. Fun Day Games took everything that made the original Deep Rock Galactic special and distilled it into something entirely different, yet unmistakably familiar. The result is a top-down roguelite that respects both its source material and the Survivor-like formula, while carving out its own distinct identity in an increasingly crowded space. What sets Deep Rock Galactic Survivor apart from the pack isn't just the dwarven charm or the polished 3D visuals. The core differentiator lies in its environmental interaction system. While most bullet heaven games limit you to walking around open arenas, the game drops you into fully destructible underground caverns where your pickaxe becomes as important as your weapons. The mining mechanic transforms every encounter into a tactical puzzle. Those massive stone formations aren't just scenery, they're your lifeline. Most alien bugs can't destroy these rock walls, so you're constantly creating escape routes, bottlenecks, and defensive positions on the fly. Want to funnel a massive swarm into a narrow corridor? Mine yourself a pathway. Need to escape an overwhelming horde? Dig through the nearest wall and vanish into a tunnel network of your own creation. This environmental storytelling reaches its peak in the different biomes. The magma core biome forces you to navigate around deadly lava flows that can either block your path or become weapons against pursuing enemies. The dense biozone features bouncy mushrooms that launch you over swarms, while regenerating vines constantly reshape the battlefield. Each environment feels alive and reactive rather than just a pretty backdrop. The weapon progression system builds beautifully on this foundation. You start each run with a single primary weapon, and gradually unlock 3 additional slots. The upgrade paths feel meaningful, thanks to the overclock system. Special milestone upgrades that dramatically alter weapon behavior. A simple grenade might split into 3 weaker explosives, or your assault rifle could gain piercing rounds that tear through entire enemy lines. Unlike many Survivors likes where optimal play involves finding the perfect spot and standing still, Deep Rock Survivor keeps you constantly moving and thinking. The pressure never lets up. Even with fully upgraded weapons, you never become the screen-clearing god of destruction common in other games. Every encounter demands active positioning, resource management, and split-second decision-making. The 5-stage structure adds urgency that most bullet heaven games lack. Each area culminates in intense boss fights, followed by a frantic 30-second sprint to the extraction pod. Miss that deadline, and you're abandoned, regardless of how well the run was going. This creates genuine risk-reward tension as you debate whether to grab that valuable mineral deposit or prioritize reaching safety. Secondary objectives enhance this dynamic beautifully. Each stage tasks you with collecting specific resources like rare flowers or exotic mushrooms. Success rewards you with substantial gold and XP bonuses, but hunting these materials often leads you into dangerous territory. The decision to pursue optional objectives versus playing it safe adds another layer of strategic depth that elevates the entire experience. Boss encounters deserve special mention for their intensity. Unlike the predictable swarm management of typical bullet heaven games, these fights feel like proper action RPG battles. Dreadnought encounters become frantic dances around massive creatures, while smaller enemies continuously spawn around you. The new escort duty missions amplify this tension by forcing you to protect a massive drilling machine across narrow, claustrophobic tunnels. While the moment-to-moment gameplay shines brilliantly, the meta progression system reveals some concerning rough edges. The permanent upgrade system relies on multiple different currencies tied to specific improvement types. Want to boost XP gain? You'll need pearls. Critical hit improvements require entirely different gems. This creates unnecessary complexity that often leaves you sorting through 7 different resource types just to see what upgrades you can afford. The gear system introduced in the 1.0 release adds another layer that feels somewhat disconnected from the core experience. Equipment drops during missions and provides permanent bonuses across runs, but managing loadouts for 12 different character builds quickly becomes tedious busy work. The automatic Smart Equip feature helps, but it highlights how the system feels more obligatory than engaging. Early progression can feel particularly punishing for newcomers. The first few runs with each character class offer extremely limited options, creating an almost scripted experience until you unlock more weapons and abilities. While this improves dramatically once you've invested time in the systems, it creates a significant barrier for players trying to get into the flow. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor represents a masterclass in visual design within the bullet heaven genre. The gorgeous 3D environments put most top-down competitors to shame, with dynamic lighting effects that make every explosion and laser beam feel impactful. When fully equipped with upgraded weapons, the screen transforms into a genuine light show that somehow remains readable despite the chaos. The audio design deserves equal praise for maintaining the franchise's signature charm. Weapon sounds have satisfying weight and impact, while the environmental audio helps you track threats, even during the most hectic encounters. The dwarven voice work brings personality to what could have been a sterile auto-shooter experience. Performance remains solid across different hardware configurations, with Steam Deck verification ensuring portable play maintains the same quality experience. The game scales well from quick 15-minute sessions to longer grinding marathons without becoming repetitive or overwhelming. This game succeeds where countless imitators have failed by understanding that great bullet heaven games need more than just automatic weapons and increasing difficulty. The environmental interaction system, tactical positioning requirements, and genuine risk-reward mechanics create an experience that feels fresh even after dozens of hours. This represents everything a genre spin-off should be, respectful of its source material while boldly innovating within established conventions. The mining mechanics alone justify the game's existence, but the complete package elevates it to essential status for anyone interested in the survivor-like genre. At its current price point, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor offers exceptional value with over 300 achievements, multiple game modes, and enough weapon combinations to keep you experimenting for months. The one more run addiction factor hits hard and holds tight, exactly what you want from this type of experience. For veterans of Vampire Survivors looking for their next obsession, this delivers everything you loved about that experience, while adding enough innovation to feel genuinely fresh. Rock and Stone miners, we've struck gold.